Alright, so now let's talk about trunk stabilization. So we're not concerned with the propulsive muscles anymore, but now the main thing is the muscles that keep your trunk position stable while you're swimming. If your body position change, you're gonna drag, so these are extremely important. The first one is the hollow rock. There's basically two ways of doing it. You can have a flat back, or you can also leave the lordosis like Arthur is showing right now. There's a space in his back. Both of these are extremely important. The flat back is the actual position that you use on swimming, but the position with the lordosis is very important for every dry land exercise to preserve the back position so you don't have any damage in your discs. So toes to bar is also a really important exercise because the shoulders are doing shoulder extension, the hip flexors are being activated, and then you also have the trunk flexors being activated. So it's a pretty complete exercise. And of course, if it's too hard, you can just start by doing the hip flexion. So you just raise the legs and then try to progress towards going all the way up. So the toes to bar is an example of a dynamic exercise for the hip flexors and trunk flexors. Resembles, for example, the turn in swimming. And now we have an example in which they are working isometrically, so there's no movement. So this resembles more the swimming position itself. The legs are moving to the side and also upwards just to increase the amount of load that the other leg has to handle. So this is a very good exercise for control of the trunk muscles. A good variation for this exercise is to perform the kick. Try to be in a more hip extended position. Arthur is a little bit with hip flexion. So try to kick really in the swimming position while maintaining the trunk position. So for the trunk extension muscles, we have the isometric trunk extension in the Roman chair. Just be sure to be in a position that it's close to the swimming position. You can also do it dynamically. Just be careful not to overextend your back because it can damage the discs. This exercise is extremely easy to overload. You can just carry some weight while you do it. Finally, the trunk rotators. These muscles are important for the breathing in freestyle. In this device particularly, you can see that Arthur's body is straight, so it resembles the swimming position. But there are some devices that the person also does trunk flexion or trunk extension, and then the movement is very different from the swimming utilization, so then it's not useful anymore.